Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and to another video. Now today, seeing as Halloween is coming up, I wanted to do something a little bit different to normal and basically talk about some of the ocean's creepiest sea creatures. To know about deep sea marine life in particular is fascinating to many, including me. And frankly, the deep sea houses some of the most interesting and strangest marine life that we have on this planet. The fact that scientists have only explored roughly 5% of our oceans is daunting in itself, especially when you let your imaginations run wild with what could be down there. But today I'm not talking about the what if, I'm talking about the creatures that we know exist. So let me tell you about my top 5 creepiest deep sea creatures. Coming in at number 5, we have the barrel eye. It is a very unusual looking fish with a transparent forehead. This fish at a glance isn't particularly creepy looking, but it's when you find out what's actually in its transparent head when things start to get a bit weird. You may think that the two small indentations on the front of its head are its eyes, but in reality, the two green orbs within its transparent head are actually its eyes. This peculiar fish can rotate its eyes upwards to look out for potential prey or predators, and then it can rotate them again forwards when it is feeding so it can see its food. Their eyes act as a pair of binoculars as they are able to pick out their prey from a really long distance. Their prey consists of zooplankton and other small crustaceans. Their eyes are also able to pick out silhouettes of objects in the faintest of ambient light. They usually reside within depths of anywhere between 400 and 2,500 meters below the surface of the ocean, just below the level of light penetration. So thankfully for some of you, you'll probably never see one of these in person. Moving on to number 4 now, and I have chosen the Fangtooth Fish. This aptly named fish has long menacing fangs which gives it quite an unsettling appearance. However, an adult fangtooth is relatively small, only growing up to about 6 inches or roughly 17 centimeters. Its teeth are actually the largest in the ocean in proportion to body size. And because the teeth are so long, the fangtooth actually has a special adaptation so it can actually close its mouth. Special pouches on the roof of the fish's mouth prevents the teeth piercing its brain when its mouth is closed. It's been found down to a depth of over 5,000 meters, making it one of the deepest living fish on this planet. But it's typically found between 500 and 2,000 meters, similar to the barrel eye. Smaller fangtooth fish like the juveniles will feed on zooplankton, but the adults will then feed on other fish and squid. But yeah, just for its name and appearance alone, it deserved a spot on my list. For spot number 3, I have chosen the Goblin Shark. Now, sharks are my favourite types of animals, so I just had to include this species on my list. And it may just be one of the strangest and creepiest looking shark species. This pink-skinned shark can grow up to about 12 feet in length, and its most defining feature is that long pointed snout and its fang-like teeth. Its anatomy suggests it's a very slow and sluggish shark due to its weakly developed muscles, small and soft fins and long caudal fin. One of the most fascinating and somewhat creepy features of this shark is that its top and bottom jaw are attached to ligaments which are tucked into its mouth. When prey is just out of its reach, the shark will extend its elastic tissue out of its mouth and grab the prey. This allows the shark to feast on teleost fish and squid. I should be putting an image or like a video somewhere because honestly it's fascinating to watch and needs to be seen to be believed. This shark is often found between 270 and 1,000 meters below the surface of the ocean, although some specimens have been found at a depth of 1,300 meters. Coming in at number 2, and we have the Gulper Eel. The Gulper Eel may just be one of the most bizarre creatures in the ocean, and for good reason. Obviously, its most notable attribute is its huge mouth, and this mouth is often bigger than the eel's entire body. The mouth is loosely hinged and is able to open wide enough to swallow an animal much bigger than itself. The Gulper Eel's stomach is also able to extend to accommodate larger meals. The eel uses its tail for movement, and the tip of the tail has a light-producing organ known as a photophore. For a process known as bioluminescence, the photophore can produce a glowing pink light, and it can sometimes be red. And it's likely these coloured flashes can be used as a lure for prey. Despite its huge mouth, the eel is thought to feast on small crustaceans due to its relatively small teeth. The Gulper Eel is found in all of the world's tropical and temperate oceans and is thought to reside in depths between 150 and 1,800 meters below the surface. And finally, my number one pick for the creepiest ocean fish is the Pacific Viperfish. The Pacific Viperfish is one of the most frightening creatures in the ocean. It can be recognised by its large mouth and sharp fang-like teeth. Yep, I'm starting to sense a pattern here. In fact, the fangs are so large that they can't even fit in its mouth. Unlike the Fangtooth fish, which has an adaptive pocket for the teeth to go into, the teeth curve back towards the fish's eye. It is thought that the viperfish uses its sharp teeth to impale its victims by travelling at high speeds towards them. Much like the Gulper Eel, the Pacific Viperfish has photophores on its dorsal spine, as well as photophores all along its body, and these are used to communicate with mates or rivals. And also like the Gulper Eel, they are also used to attract prey. Despite its ferocious appearance, this fish can only grow up to around 30 centimetres in length. Viperfish primarily feed on fish and small crustaceans. They also have a hinged skull, which allows the jaw to rotate upwards to swallow unusually large prey. They also have large stomachs, which allows them to stock up on food when food is plentiful. This species is found in tropical and temperate waters around the world and can be found at depths from 600 to 2,800 metres. So there you have it, what I think to be the top 5 creepiest deep sea creatures. If you think there should have been a different sea creature on this list, do let me know down below in the comments and tell me why you think it should have been there. Who knows, I might even do a part 2 next Halloween if you guys enjoy this one. So that is the end of the video for today. I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and remember to subscribe if you are new here to keep up with my latest videos. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the next video.